Welcome to Grant Writing with Michelle. You are on ESPN Richmond 106.1 FM, and I have the famous Mike King Biz Media, and I have the wonderful owners of the Mad House Rage Room here in Petersburg, Virginia. We are live. Welcome. Audience, welcome our special guest today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So this is Alfie.
Hello,
and this
everyone.
is Jaja Parham, and they're the wonderful owners of the Madhouse Rage Room. They are located off of Sycamore Street. They're also great community champions in the Petersburg area. They also oversee the Tri-Cities Night Market. So welcome. Let everybody know who you are and a little bit of what you do.
Yes, first of all, thank you so much for having us here. And we are...
It's your place! We're in your house. And you
Well,
like
we're so excited.
For a rage room, this is kind of like, some woosah going on.
I know. We're so excited for this opportunity to express and to bring awareness to what we do. It's so many layers. We're so excited. So let's get started. When we was here, you started a year ago, is that correct? A year ago, a little bit of a year ago, with no funding, no grants, no nothing, just blood, sweat, tears, and a dream and a vision. And in the process of building the business, we wanted to give back. So we was very, very concerned about what we saw in our surrounding areas as far as businesses not being able to have that support. So what we wanted to do while we were building, we wanted to also lend a hand and reach out to other entrepreneurs as they was building the business. And so that's where you have the Tri-City Night Market. So where we was dedicated and we was determined to make sure that the businesses that did not have a storefront or could not afford a storefront but had the drive and the initiative to be able to get resources, and we pushed them toward available resources so they could be able to be bankable and be reliable in the business industry. So we were excited about that.
And that's how I met Jaja, was through that need. That rage for the cause was the need, because I came to you because of my role at Fort Gregg Adams and noticed that you wanted to give back in different areas.
Right.
And you have different ways that you support our community. You, I remember walking in when you had just opened, and I am so impressed. If you haven't been out here, this is the time to come out. They have different rage rooms. They have a lot of equipment. I would suggest coming prepared. I came in my flip-flops and a dress. I don't recommend that. But I have to commend these two. He made sure that I was safe and having my rage time, which, again, I want to kind of talk about that rage. Because it's not the rage we're thinking like, oh no, it's the mad rage, like the Mad House. But it is letting out the rage.
Right.
So letting out an emotion, letting out something that might be hanging on you, or helping people that are dealing with some very hard situations. So tell me a little bit about that, because that really resonates with me more than seeing a lot of competitors in other areas. You guys really have a meaning there, so share that.
So for us, when people come in, our biggest thing is helping them to have an outlet. Because the one thing is, we all go through things in our life. And whether it's up or down, left or right, side to side, it doesn't matter. But whatever you're going through in life, we want to be able to be a place where you can have an outlet. Like, for example, we've had just this past weekend a bunch of sessions back to back where young ladies were going through different things in their lives. And we had to be, the shoulder they had to cry on. Because at the end of the day, they either didn't have nobody or they did have people, but they couldn't figure out how to let it out. So for us, our biggest thing is trying to be the place where people can come and you can have fun destroying stuff, of course.
Right.
But we also want to be a place where if you need a moment, you need to come and destroy something, so you don't take out that aggression outside and take it out on somebody or something where you can either catch a charge, go to jail, or any of the other stuff. We'd rather be that outlet for you to come and let that out safely and in a constructive manner, or in our case, a destructive manner that will not yield bad consequences.
Right.
So that's why we're so adamant about trying to help people mentally with what we're doing here at the Madhouse Rage Room.
And may I add something to that? And another component that we are really big on is not being transactional. So it's not you pay for a session, you break some glass, and you just scoodle on your way. We are very involved from the time that you come in. Our customer service is top tier. We are very concerned about you. We want to know why you're here so we can kind of navigate your session, if you will.
Right.
So you're just not in there just kind of willy-nilly, because we have some sessions that doesn't start right away when the timer starts. You have some people that cry.
Yeah.
You have some people that scream. So you have to be very intelligent enough, if you will, and mature enough to navigate that, and be able to kind of work them through that process and be able to bring them back so they can be able to function after they leave.
Right.
So it's an art to it, if you will.
There is. I didn't have the pleasure of meeting you when I came in, but when I came in, I see that whole, it's not a transaction.
It's not.
It was you were getting ready to close. I remember sending my son in, and you didn't say, I'm sorry, I'm closed, like a lot of businesses. You allowed, I came out of the car after he gave me the thumbs up and came in, and you allowed it to, we did the transaction. You were very patient with me because I'm not more of a QR or going on the website and doing it online, and you really walked us through it. And then it took some time to get all of me prepared since I didn't come in fully prepared.
Right.
And then you allowed us to have that time to deal with what I had walked in with. What was I didn't come in crying, but I came in holding that baggage, and I really needed to let that go.
Right.
And you allowed that time. You were out there. You even put some awesome music on. You weren't looking at your clock. You know how you go to some businesses, and I don't like that.
Yes.
I'm a customer, and you allowed me to experience your Madhouse Rage Room, which was amazing.
Thank you.
And that shows your personal touch.
Right.
What do you think, Mike? Do you see that personal touch here?
I see that, and one of the things we always look at, everyone has a dream. Somebody's sitting home right now seeing this, thinking, I want to do something. Talk a little bit about how you make that dream come true. And then you put your stamp on it. You build your culture in here so that when she comes in, the situation isn't correct. But what you did right then is just like, okay, everything else goes to the side. It's the reason why you come up with the night market. It's the reason why you're intentional on how you do business. So touch on that. Somebody's sitting at home with a dream.
Okay.
How we make it happen?
I'm gonna start first, and then he's gonna go. I want to talk to someone that is sitting there with a piece of paper, with a composition notebook from the Dollar Tree. You're sitting there back and forth. Listen, it's the last quarter of the year. We are in September. This is the last leg. You can do it. When the place that we're sitting in, it started with a vision from him. Let's take it back. We're gonna talk real quick. We were sitting in the car. He says, love, I have a vision. This is what I want to do. Eating a Sonic hot dog and drinking a strawberry Slurpee.
Yes.
Okay. Drinking a Sonic Slurpee from a hot dog to right here. What did it take? It took believing in yourself. It took moving the words off the paper, getting it in your mind, and moving. What's the first thing you need to do? You might not be able to afford a location. Go look at a location. Faith without works is what? Dead. Then you have to move forward. When we started, we didn't have any funding, any bank money. We used our own savings. Listen, I'm going to tell you a big secret. You're going to have to put some skin in the game. You're going to have to put some skin in the game. You're going to have to get your elbows squeezed up. If you want people to believe in you, you're going to have to believe in you. And then what I want you to do also is not be selfish. We didn't have a point of reference, but in our building, the sweat and the tears, we decided purposely to give back as we were building with no help. You take it from there. Okay?
So she gave me a loaded plate.
Keep it up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right. I would say, when you're starting from zero, having building your foundation for yourself first.
Yes.
Building what you want to believe. If you believe in your dreams so much, I like to quote E.T. the hip hop preacher. If you know who I'm talking about.
I know.
If you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you will hit success.
Yes.
And that's the part where we hit with this is when you want to go and build something from the ground up, you got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. You got to go out here and put the work in. Part of it is God doing what you got to do, but God's going to do what you got to do when you doing what you got to do. because you got to put in the
But
first.
you can feel that when you're here, though.
Yes.
When I met you, and then when we've talked on the phone numerous times prior to this show, before, when you were just opening, when you had the Tri-Cities, I could feel you trying to do something amazing.
Right.
And, we haven't highlighted quite a lot on the Tri-Cities night market, but it's amazing because it's bringing the community together, the businesses, the organizations, and kind of like it is an opportunity. It's just one of those things where two people that started with absolutely nothing, which I totally understand and have been there, so I get it, and I know Mike gets it, we get it, and it's one of those things you can feel it.
Right.
It's authentic.
Thank you.
And I feel that walking in, I felt that before, I have felt it on the phone with you. You are definitely trying to move the Tri-Cities, not only here in Petersburg, but Hopewell, Colonial Heights, Dinwiddie, Brunswick. Oh my gosh, did I mention Prince George? I'm talking about all the surrounding counties, even southern parts of Chesterfield.
Yeah.
Not very far from any of those parts, and it's something to do.
Right.
So if you could say something that highlights your Tri-Cities market, what would it be?
If it was something to highlight the Tri-Cities night market, it would be community. It's been the biggest thing for us. Community, working with not only the business owners who don't have a storefront, but also work with business owners who do have a storefront, like restaurants, different businesses in the area. We have worked over the past past 6, 7, 8 months with these different businesses and connected by having a community that works together to try to put this event on. We work with different restaurant owners in Oldtown, different business owners in Oldtown, different business owners.
And when you're saying about Oldtown, it's Petersburg.
Yes, because at the beginning we started out with the Petersburg Night Market, and that's probably the name everyone's going to remember most, but we changed the name to Tri-City because we wanted to include everybody. Yeah. We wanted to be an inclusive thing, a community where people can come enjoy themselves. That's why we have music there. That's why we have a good place where you can get some food, you can go shop. You might see somebody you know, you might see a friend who's vending and you're trying to support them. If we wanted to be a sense of community when we're doing the night market, because at the end of the day, our biggest belief is the best way to build community is by building strong business owners that can go and give back to the community as they're growing.
So you mentioned that it's in the Petersburg Oldtown. How many times is it? Is it still happening now? Let our audience know when it is and where it is.
Right. So we did for the first half of the year we did Petersburg Oldtown.
Is there a building, an address?
We were doing the Civic Center. The last one we did, which was in June, was at the Keystone Track Museum in Colonial Heights. Okay. That's when we changed the name to the Tri-City Night Market.
Okay.
And now we're in the process of doing one in Hopewell, either this month or next month. In Hopewell, we're looking at 2 potential locations. I can't reveal it yet because I'm still working on it.
Well, how do they find you if they want to get involved?
So just contact the Madhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, so give everybody the address to the Madhouse.
Well, the address is 1945 South Sycamore Street here in the heart of Petersburg, and the key locator will be right across the street from the Walnut Hill Pharmacy. So
or right next door to Sherwin Williams.
Oh, if you need some paint. Yeah.
So what is it? You can find us in that, or you can either find us on social media. Any type of social media, just put in the Madhouse Rage Room, and we will pop up. You're trying to find our website, you can go to the madhouseva.com, which is TheMadhousCVA.com. You can call our number 804-678-8304 and get in contact with us. I've always got the phone just like now. I have the Madhouse phone.
Got it right there.
How about we mention real quickly about not only customers like myself that walked in, but the team building that you also offer to companies, businesses, and corporations. Mention that quickly so everybody knows what you have available for their businesses, for their employees.
Okay.
So what we do, we offer team building sessions for companies that are interested. And our team building sessions look a bit like this. You come in, you book us for about, let's say, 3 hours. And what you get in those 3 hours is really personal access or personal usage of us, because we make sure and handcraft everything to your desire. So first and foremost, we tell companies, hey, do you want to have food and drink here? They say, yeah. Okay. If you want to, you can order whoever you want to cater it. I don't care who you want to cater it. We'll set up a table for them. We'll set up seats for everybody. We'll set up everything. You can bring whatever food or drink you want into this. And then for those 3 hours, you got unfettered access to in our facility. So basically, you can come in, have your people eat. Then they can go in and they can raid y'all and destroy plenty of stuff. A car, a printer. Heck, to give you a good example, we just had Staples in here a few weeks ago for a Sunday for a team building session, and there's about 18 of them. And to add a cherry to the cake, as I like to say, we brought out a tower printer copy machine, and we all know how that thing gets stuck. It gets stuck in there half the time. So imagine how Staples feel when the print department came out and they saw that thing. It's still sitting there now. They can put a picture of it on there, but it's still in there right now getting beat up. Yeah. So that's the thing. They enjoyed it because they say, I'm tired of these print jobs. So she destroyed that because she got frustration. So she went back to work, and I just saw the young lady who did it a few days ago. But
did she look better?
Yeah, she looked better.
But then she turned around and said to me, I need to do it again. I need to do it again. But that's one thing. We want to provide something to your company where your employees can come in, they can relax, eat, drink, destroy some stuff, de-stress, release all of that they're going through either in the business working with you or in their personal life, so they can go back to you as a new them.
How quick did? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I did want to ask something else. This is one of my favorite things that does not get mentioned a lot, and this is the paint and smash. As you can see, we have that canvas right there. One of the things that I personally like to put together is the paint and smashes for 10 people. And you could come together, and it's an intimate setting. You have an art teacher. You have the canvas there where you can commemorate your event, and then you also get to smash, and you have 2 hours of fun, and it's not on the website. I believe it's on the website.
No, it's not on the website. This is an exclusive
it's
thing.
Exclusive.
You have to call us.
How do you have to book? How far in advance for both of those, from team building for your companies and also
for
what
the
you
company
mentioned?
one, you can let us know a week in advance.
Okay.
And for the paint and smash, let us know at least 2 weeks in advance.
Okay.
Yes.
So we can have everything ready.
And do you prefer people to make reservations, whether it's just an individual or a company, do the reservation prior to coming in, or you're fine with them walking in?
So if you want to do just regular sessions, not paint and smash or not company team building events, you can definitely walk in. But we do always ask people to please reserve, just in case, because if we get slammed, which does happen sometimes, where a lot of people are coming in, we always have to respect our people who pay for appointments before the people who walk in.
So do you have any final thoughts? So we'll start with Mike, and then we'll start with Raja, and then we'll go with Alfie.
So, but when I came in, you had talked about sometimes you get overlooked out here.
Yes.
People may not know. So I'm on the way down from the West End. Phone dies, can't get it to come back up. I'm wondering how come. I stop at a gas station and I say to them, now I'm clear on the other side of town.
Right.
Is this on the hill? No, look, it's way over there. I'm trying to get to, the Madhouse, the Rage Room. I said, okay, go down here. Do you know where Church's Chicken is? Yeah. Make a right there and keep going, and it's up there on the left.
Wow.
So when you think that people don't know, they know.
Right.
They're looking, they're seeing what you're doing, and people know that you survive. The other one I want to talk about is when a person comes and they don't know what to expect. Maybe they haven't been to a place like this.
Right.
Talk about when that light comes on and be like, they get it. They get it now, and that makes it worthwhile. When we talked about the whole, making a dream come true, you guys came up, you saw the building, you're like, man, we got to get to work. Yes. And then all of a sudden, it's done. You open up, you get business, and then all of a sudden you see it's worthwhile. Touch on that real quickly for me.
So, what part exactly?
So the part is the magic when you see a person come in the door. They don't know what to expect. And
right.
All of a sudden, they get it.
So when they come in the door, one of our first questions we always ask people is, have you ever been to a racial before? We always ask everybody that. And the answers will vary depending on whether they've gone or not.
No, sir, I've never been to
So our thing is, we always explain, the people who have never been, we always take our time and explain the process. And explain, okay, it's not complicated, it's really simple. We're going to make it real simple for you, okay? what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, hey, here's what we do, here's what we offer, here's the thing. We've had people come in curious and walk and say, oh, like, can I see what it looks like? Sure. That's why we built viewing windows into our arrangement so you can see. So we tell them, hey, you can take a look. We show them around. We say, hey, here's our weapon selection. Here's
that one is kind of, here's our weapon selection. I'm getting kind of worried.
That's what I'm saying. We take you to that. We show them the room. We show them what the damage other people have done, because there are some remnants of stuff in there that people have destroyed. We show them that. Destroyed the TV, copiers, printers, whatever. Heck, I got an ATM in that's broken in half because somebody was so mad they broke the ATM in half. And I showed them that. We even showed them the car. Like, hey, this is what somebody did to the car. Really? Yeah. Like, do you want to try to see if we can do it? Because one of our things is we want to help people release whatever they're going through. It doesn't have to be anger. That's the one misconception everybody kind of gets. It doesn't have to be anger. Sometimes it's just emotions or whatever you're going through in life. So for us, we always walk you through the steps, and Alfred does a really good job of, hey, here's what you can do, here's the next step, next step. When we walk you through, so when you come in here, you don't have to think about it. We just want you to release. So that's how we do it. And then once you get to that room, I go do the last part of it with you and explain every bit and piece. I even give you a whole safety brief so that way she knows. She still be sometimes like, you go down and deep in that safety. I felt that. I want you to have fun and destroy stuff, but I want you to be safe. And that's the number one most important thing in here. Safety is the number one most important thing. So that's how we deal with people. We help people through the process of coming in here, whether you are experienced or you're not experienced. We want this to be a fun time for everybody, because at the end of the day, we want us to become that place where people come to on a regular basis for that release if something is going on in their life. Because like I said, we've had people over the last few weeks who have come with mental problems going on in their life that's mentally weighed down on them, and they had to come and release it and cry it out, destroy stuff, beat up stuff, and they said,
feel better.
I feel better now.
Really quickly, Alfie, so I'm hijacking Michelle's show.
It's fine.
So, Alfie, when before, this is what you guys have created over a Slurpee and a hot dog. So now, talk about when people see you guys, they look at you guys as a business success. So, here's this couple. Here's this black couple who made magic out of a Slurpee and a hot dog.
So if I can be transparent, I'm speaking to the person out there. Whenever you're building a business, you have to have an anchor. I'm going to say this to you, and this is a secret. Don't tell anybody.
You ain't tell nobody.
I wanted to give up. There were times I wanted to give up. This man you see beside me, he was the rock. He was consistent. Are you going to want to give up? Yes. So when I talk to people, we're going to go from the night market to the business. So when we talk to people with transparency. We don't come as like we arrive. We come real. You're going to want to give up. You're going to want to walk away. You're going to want to throw in the towel. But you have to believe in yourself. So whenever we go from a period when we say that, people do look at us as the power couple, as the one because they have, they have a point of reference. They have a point of reference when we met. We have a point of reference when there was no existence, so they can track, trace, and point. So they can see. So then with that comes with transparency. Right. And so we're very grateful to have that opportunity to talk to the vendors and to sit down and not be a gatekeeper and say, hey, okay, this is how you do step A. This is how you do step B. This is how you do step C. And for those of you that does not have a business mentor, the address is 1945 South Sycamore Street.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come, call, reach out. We're here. We can take you through the process. We can get you connected to people with resources. If we don't have the answers, listen, we will get you to people that do have the answers. With the night market, when we started, I'm going to tell you, I'm always bet on myself. I picked up the phone. We was calling vendors. I made them this promise. I said, in the off season, when the market slows down, pop-up shops slow down, we're going to have people that's going to help you build your business. I did not know who those people were going to be, but I sold myself on the vision that these people were looking for me to help them. And lo and behold, we were connected with so many financial institutions that partner with us today. I stuck to my word, not knowing how I was going to do it, but because our goal was to help. And when your goal is to help, you'll be able to help other people.
And that's what I love about you guys, by the way. Jaja and Alfie, you guys are just amazing.
Thank you.
And I can feel the power. I'm sure you all can feel it. I met him first. And then I got the pleasure of meeting you. And I feel when you said the blood, blood, sweat, and tears, I get it. And I love having guests on my show that really have a great inspiring story and are authentic and they're creative. They care about the community. I mean, look, Mike and I are sitting here with these amazing people because we care about community.
That's for sure.
And, this business needs to be here in this area. There needs to be more business owners that care, and you can feel their power of caring.
Yes.
And Petersburg, Hopewell, Colonial Heights, Prince George, Dinwiddie, Brunswick, Emporia, I think I said Prince George, parts of Chesterfield, everybody needs that authentic community feeling.
Yes.
And it really takes great community thought leaders to do it. And these two right here, they started over a hot dog and a slush. And that's what the best idea is. And then to be with somebody that brings a power. I feel like my husband and I are that way.
Yes.
We can really,
Yes.
sometimes it takes the push of the other one to
Yes.
sometimes make that dream
Yes.
happen.
Right.
Yes.
And I feel it. So I'm so thankful to know you guys and have you here. So if you could think of one word before we get off today, because unfortunately we can't be here all day, but if you could think of one word that describes you two and what you stand for, what would that be?
In manic? Is that the word I'm saying? No, I'm sorry, I take that back. Resilient.
Okay, I love that word.
I take it back. Resilient.
Yes.
Because you know why? Because despite the storm, we made it through.
Yep.
So
And you're sitting here with two military veterans
Yes.
that feel resiliency
Yes.
and understand that. So you to use that word says a lot.
Yes.
So again, you can find these two wonderful business owners in Petersburg, Virginia, the Madhouse Rage Room. Stay tuned next week for an amazing show, and you will see these two again. So make sure you write their name down, write their information on how to reach them, because you will be seeing them again.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
Take